Okay, hello and welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2024, showcasing the best of British cheese. I'm Nick Copland from Homage to Fromage, and I'll be moderating this session. Today, we will be judging cheese with sweet additives, which is class D2. But before we do that, I'm going to quickly introduce our two judges for today. So would you like to introduce yourselves? Because that's probably a bit easier if we start off with Simon Ferro.
Hello there. So I am Simon Ferro. I am shop manager and head cheesemonger at the Courtyard Dairy, working for Andy. I've been in cheese for about 8 years, on and off. These days I do kind of quite a lot of judging. I kind of do artisan cheese awards, British cheese awards, and I've done world cheese awards. This is a new format for me. Looking forward to it. But yeah, I've been working in cheese for a little bit now and really enjoying it.
Fantastic. And Steve Fleming.
Hi, yeah, I'm Stephen Fleming. I'm the owner of George and Joseph Cheesemongers in North Leeds. Been there for just over 10 years, but working in cheese for about 12 years or so now. And yeah, first time doing the VCAs, so excited to see what we've got today.
Fantastic. Okie doke. Well, this class only has the one entrant, so we'll do it the honour of a proper judging. Scores, the way that the scores work, we've got scores for appearance, aroma, texture and flavour. Flavour is weighted by 50%, so obviously there's more emphasis on the flavour. At this point, I think I ought to mention that we're being sponsored by Butler's Farmhouse Cheeses and the marvellous Peter's Yard Crackers. Do have to make sure we get that in. So I guess that this is the point at which you unwrap your cheese.
This one's come in a little tub, hasn't it? So,
okie doke.
Is that?
Right, there we go. That's the
1139.
Yep. So it's D2 1139 we're judging. Who wants to go first on appearance?
So it's kind of looks like a soft cheese, kind of maybe a lighter kind of weight cheese, but it's got a nice kind of shine on the top to it, if you can kind of see that in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of moisture here, isn't it? It's obviously in some fluid to keep it soft and moist.
In general, should we go through should we judge it on appearance as we go? I think that's possibly the easiest way. So what do you reckon for appearance?
There's nothing striking about it. Maybe I'd give it something, be generous and give it 6, somewhere sitting around there out of 10.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. It looks interesting, but yeah, I would say 6 is about right.
Okay. Right ho. So the next bit is aroma. So
Fresh.
Yeah.
Can't smell any additive really. Anything that would make it a sweet additive. That might come through on the flavour.
Yeah, there's nothing. I'm not getting much sweetness in the aroma, but yeah, it smells very fresh.
So what would you give it for aroma out of 10?
Well, there's no off notes or anything like that, so it could be a generous 6 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. It's not the flavor. The aroma's not overpowering, but it has got something there when you get it close to the nose. So that's yeah, I would agree.
Now, texture and flavour, I guess. I mean, texture you can have a prod at it, I guess, but what really counts is when it goes in the mouth. So maybe now's the time to have a bit of a squeeze and a taste.
Yeah, it is quite soft texture. Doesn't quite squish completely under my fingers. It's got a little bit of
give, hasn't it?
Bit of give, yeah.
It's quite nice. It's almost silky when I'm using a little spoon, and it's quite silky when you're putting the spoon through the cheese. So
yeah, it's really
nice.
nice. That's right.
So definitely some sweetness on the palate there.
Straight away, yeah.
It's got that kind of silky, moussey texture to it, which is quite nice. Got a nice mouthfeel.
Nice mouthfeel. it coats the inside of your mouth quite nicely as well, but not cloying.
Has that slight kind of granular texture, like, you know, like almost like a ricotta style, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I'd agree with that.
So what do you reckon for texture as a score at this stage?
I think the texture's good.
Yeah, texture. I do like that slight graininess that's there as well. Gives it a bit more interest.
It just kind of disappear in the mouth and then it'd be gone. At least it leaves something behind.
Yeah, it does sit there, and the yeah, the texture's good.
Maybe a 7 or an 8.
7 or an 8, yeah. Let's say
Shall we say we can go to? I think we can go to half. So if we said 7.5,
half, let's do 7.5 then.
Yeah.
and the big one, flavour. You've already mentioned the sweetness coming through.
How much is the score out for the flavour? Is it 10 as well, or is it?
It's out of 10, but they weight it with an extra 50%. So it's sort of, it's out. Everything you're doing is out of 10 today. So everything else is sort of moderated upwards and sideways.
I think it's quite balanced. I mean, you get that instant hit of sweetness, but it's not sickly sweet.
No, the cheese still comes through as well. It's not just.
Cheese is still there. Yeah.
Because obviously it says with sweet additives, and I'm not sure whether is it discernible what those additives might be, because I was expecting something with fruit in it, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know if it's some kind of like honeyed note or some kind of. I don't know. I can't really tell what the actual additive is.
No, I mean, yeah, something honey. Yeah, something honeyed is. Yeah, that's what.
In the vicinity of honey.
Yeah.
Or like a syrup, like a garlic syrup, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, there's something something syrupy that's in there. Yeah.
I think I give it maybe 8.
Yeah.
8.
That balance is good.
Marvelous.
Yeah, you get the sweetness, but also it doesn't kill the cheese. Yeah, so it's got a nice balance to it, I would say.
So we're giving it so it gets a total score of 31.5 out of 45, which is not too bad at all. So obviously there are no other cheeses in this class. Number D2 is the out and out winner. But it did get some pretty good scores, particularly for the for flavour and texture, which I think are the for me absolutely key. I would declare D2 the winner of this class. So that's great. Obviously, as there's just the one cheese, that's the end of this one. Again, I'd like to thank, I've got to do a little wrap up at the end of this bit and then we'll start the next class. It's just seems very short and sweet. See what I did there. So again, thanks very much to Butler's Farmhouse Cheeses and Peter's Yard for providing the crackers. Thank you very much to our lovely judges. And the category finals are on Tuesday, the 14th of May, and the grand final is on Wednesday, the 15th of May, revealing the best British cheeses along with awards that recognise the talented and passionate people in our industry. So that's the end of this particular session. So I'm just going to stop recording.